Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a Total Drama World Tour. Okay, let me turn on my camera first. There we go. Okay, I think we got so much on my 50 subs episode, and my new goal is to hit 60 subs. I already have 51 right now, so I need 5 more. Show your love, guys. So I'm gonna see which Total Drama World Tour contestant will win if there were no teams. Before the video starts, be sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully you love this, and if you don't, then just leave me a comment, and let's get this started. The first challenge will still be in Egypt, to climb the pyramid. And the first five, and the last 5 to make it will be facing elimination. And the bottom 5 are Ezekiel, Duncan, Courtney, and Gwen. And I have to say DJ. But honestly, it's quite obvious who they're going to vote. So, actually, give me a second. There we go. Anyway, but honestly, I'm just not gonna let people just vote off Ezekiel just because he got voted off first the last time. Because I don't think that seemed a little fair. So I think Ezekiel would likely find an invincibility statue somewhere around the Egypt spot, because I think Chris would make a deal with some of his helpers that there will be an invincibility statue, and 2 of them in fact, around the world. If they find it, they win invincibility. And in this case, it's Ezekiel, so he doesn't get voted off this time. But out of Gwen, Duncan, Courtney, and DJ, one of them has to go. Gwen and Duncan vote for Courtney, DJ votes for himself, and Courtney votes for Gwen. Courtney gets the first boot this time. The second challenge will be still taking place in Japan, and will be the pinball challenge. Alejandro still gets first place, Ezekiel surprisingly gets second place, and Cody gets third place, giving them invincibility. And then the next challenge was to make a commercial, and the 5 worst will be facing elimination. And the 5 worst were Noah, Harold, Sierra, Tyler, and Izzy. So they have to vote someone off. And Harold gets Noah and Tyler to vote for Izzy. Izzy votes for herself because she's just crazy. And Sierra votes for Harold. Izzy gets eliminated this episode, but doesn't grab a parachute surprisingly because she's insane, like always. And when the next challenge will be taking place, but instead of that cold place, it'll be taking place in Russia. The challenge is to do the Russian dance. And the 5 worst will be facing elimination. The 5 worst were Bridget, Lashana, Blanley, Owen, and Heather. So Heather and Lashana vote for each other. Blanley votes for Harold. Blanley votes for Heather. And Bridget votes for Owen, and Owen votes for Blanley, which makes it a tie between Heather and Blanley, which Blanley wins and Heather's eliminated. But I think Heather would just get fully mad, but Blanley will be the one to push her off the plane. The next challenge will be taking place in Bakersfield, USA. They have to play the most carnival games in the Kern County Fair to get a point. And the 5 with the least points face elimination. And those 5 are Lindsay, Alejandro, Cody, Duncan, and Harold. So they had to vote someone off. Duncan, Harold, and Alejandro vote for Lindsay. Cody votes for Alejandro, and Lindsay votes for herself again. And Lindsay still gets eliminated. Wait, what the heck is Ezekiel doing? Oh my. Okay, let's not do that right now and continue on with the next challenge. The next location is Canada, and they have to get these tube things. The Canadians stick inside the oak tree to get some maple syrup, and then have to take it to a random Canadian. The five who don't get one in time will be facing elimination. And those people are Noah, Blanley, Sierra, Gwen, and Tyler. Noah and Tyler vote for Blanley. Blanley votes for Noah, and Gwen and Sierra vote for Tyler, which means it's another tie between Blanley and Tyler, in which Blanley wins again and Tyler's eliminated. Dang, I don't know why. Just Tyler's pretty clumsy. I don't know the reason. Anyways, so the next location will be Brazil, and their challenge is to find a random bird around the jungle, and but this time instead of 5 people, it'll be 6 people. Crap. Anyways, so and the 6 who didn't find one in time were Noah, Duncan, Harold, Gwen, Bridget, and Lashana. So they had to vote someone off. Duncan, Harold, Noah, and Bridget vote for Lashana, and Lashana and Gwen vote for Duncan, eliminating Lashana. The next challenge will be to get a campfire. I mean, will be to. So the next challenge will be in Australia, and the challenge is a kangaroo race, and the last 2 to make it will be facing elimination, into which they will be doing a tiebreaker, and whoever wins it, the other's eliminated. So I'm gonna tell you the order: Alejandro, Owen, Harold, Duncan, Noah, Blanley, Bridget, Gwen, Sierra, Ezekiel. Dude, what is it with these? And Cody, actually, and Sierra. Which leaves only DJ and Cody. In which DJ, out of all people, decides to quit the game, giving Cody another chance. And this final challenge before the final 10 will shoot. This final challenge before the final 10 will be in Argentina. But they won't be doing a challenge in there. Instead, they'll basically just try to row a boat in big circles, and whoever wins gets to choose someone to be eliminated. In which Alejandro wins and chooses someone to be eliminated. He chooses Owen to be eliminated because of his shtick. And with that, we're down to our final 10. Noah, Duncan, Harold, Bridget, Blanley, Gwen, Sierra, Cody, Ezekiel, and Alejandro. In a confessional, Ezekiel gets very hyped that he survived that he survived up to this far. And then another confessional leads to Alejandro kind of suspicious about it, and he has to do something about it. next challenge will be in London, and the challenge is to climb Big Ben, and the last five to do so will be facing elimination. And the five people safe are Alejandro, Cody, Sierra, Gwen, and Blanley, which leaves Ezekiel, Harold, Duncan, Noah, and Bridget up for elimination. Ezekiel and Harold vote for Duncan. Duncan votes for Harold, and Bridget and Noah vote for Ezekiel, which means the bottom two is Ezekiel and Duncan, into which Duncan quits the game due to a singing rule that they added because it's World Tour. The next challenge is a bike race in the USA again, and the last five to do so will be. And the last five to make it will be facing elimination. And the top four who made it were Ezekiel, Harold, Noah, and Bridget, which leaves Blanley, Gwen, Sierra, Cody, and Alejandro up for elimination. Gwen, Sierra, and Cody vote for Alejandro. Alejandro votes for Cody, and Blanley votes for Gwen. Alejandro still gets eliminated with 3 votes. Even though that Cody really wanted Sierra gone, and he knew she could be an ally. Anyways, the next location will be in will be in France, and the challenge is to climb the Eiffel Tower, and the first 4 to make it will win. Into which those 4 include Cody, Sierra, Bridget, and Noah, which leaves Blanley, Gwen, Ezekiel, and Harold up for elimination. Ezekiel and Harold vote for Blanley. Blanley votes for Ezekiel, and Gwen votes for Harold. Blanley gets eliminated, but tells everyone what their true thoughts were, and Chris just pushes Blanley out of the plane. And the next challenge, everyone has to spend the night at Dracula's castle. And then once morning comes, they have to make it out of it before they get caught. Just by looking at this map here, and just by looking at the background here. Gwen makes the first place. Ezekiel gets actually no. So Bridget gets first place. Ezekiel gets second place. And Harold gets third place. And Harold gets third place. Making Ezekiel, Gwen, Sierra, and Cody up for elimination. Cody and Sierra vote for Noah. Noah votes for Cody, and Gwen votes for Sierra. Noah still gets eliminated this time, but doesn't hold a grudge against someone because Alejandro's gone. Out of the final 6, the next location will be in the UK, and their challenge is to. And their challenge is to walk across London Bridge, and the first one to make it will win and will have it. Anyways, and the first one to finish gets to choose someone to be eliminated, and the first one to finish happened to be Cody, and she chose. You guessed it, Sierra, to be eliminated. This means we're down to 5. Bridget, Gwen, Harold, Cody, and Ezekiel. The next challenge takes place back in Egypt. To do somewhat of a mummy dance. And the best one wins, and the other 4 face elimination. Harold wins the challenge with ease. Gwen and Bridget vote for Ezekiel. Ezekiel votes for Gwen, and Cody votes for Bridget. Ezekiel gets eliminated, but doesn't grab onto the plane this time because he had a good run in this cannon. Then he just leaves. And then the next challenge will be taken in the Bahamas to go down a river. And the first one to make it to the other side of the river wins, and the other 3 get to face elimination. And Bridget wins the challenge. Harold votes for Gwen. Cody votes for Harold, and Gwen votes for Cody. We have a 3-way tie between Harold, Gwen, and Cody all at the same time. And then and Gwen won the tiebreaker challenge first, which put Cody and Harold on the chopping block. And Gwen and Bridget had to pick the better person, and they chose to keep Harold, which means Cody got eliminated. Which means we're down to our final 3: Harold, Gwen, and Bridget. And the final challenge took place in Hawaii. To throw your pineapple dummy in the lava. Gwen and Harold may make it to the volcano first, leaving Bridget to be third place. This means we have Harold versus Gwen. And out of the 2, the winner of World Tour is Gwen. Yeah, was winning. Gwen easily. Gwen gets way more. Gwen throws her dummy in first and wins the game. And Harold doesn't crash out like the other people did, because he had a good run as well. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!